In today's video, we are going to be looking at this upcoming major storm to bring a bunch of snowfall to the west and a big severe weather outbreak. Now, before we could get into the video, be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and also make sure to turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload or live stream on the channel. Starting off the video, we do have a small tropical disturbance I do want to take notice of, and we actually do have Invest 92L with a central pressure of 1011 millibars, a maximum wind speed of 29 miles per hour. And this I do believe this has a 40% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days. So as you can see, we do have a coastal flood advisory, and that'll be in effect until Sunday here. And that's due to this system that's going to be heading north here, and that's going to bring some possibly small flooding over there in New Jersey and Delaware. So that's why we do have some of those coastal flood advisories issued. You're not going to see much impacts from this, just mainly a decent amount of rainfall that may lead to a little bit of flooding. Alrighty, so here's a day 3 categorical outlook. This is for Sunday, and this is going to be for the severe thunderstorm outlook. As you can see, we have an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms reaching from Oklahoma to portions of northeastern Texas. That's where you're going to see some very widespread severe weather, possibly tornadoes, and even possibly some very significant severe weather possible within some of those areas. You have a 30% chance of severe thunderstorms in this region, and that's definitely a pretty rare risk to see in the day 3 outlook, especially in October here, as we don't usually see much significant severe weather down here in the south around the October time. We usually see more significant severe weather in the more the winter months and not really the fall month. And we also have the day 5 outlook. They have issued a 15% chance of severe thunderstorms in this region, reaching from Kansas all the way down to northwestern Texas. That's where you could also see some pretty widespread severe weather throughout Tuesday, and that's from that low pressure system that's going to bring a cold front added with the dry line that's going to be setting up in this type of region. That dry line is actually going to be setting up right about here, and that's why that's so narrow, is because we do have that dry line in effect, and we're not going to see any storms develop right here because we do have the dry line. There's not going to be much moisture making it past the dry line. All of that moisture is going to be getting stuck right in here, and that's going to create a bunch of energy for those thunderstorms to develop off of. This is one of the more Tuesday. It's definitely going to be more the tornado type of days instead, rather than Sunday, but both days are definitely going to be pretty significant. Alrighty, so here is the precipitation type radar. This is the future radar. We do have a small low pressure system going on right now in the western part of the U.S., and we also have some rain going on in the more eastern part of the U.S. Definitely calming a little bit of that drought down in this type of region, and definitely calming down some of that drought activity in the west. But that's going to move through fairly quickly here. As you can see, this is about tomorrow evening, and the low pressure system has moved through. It did get a little bit stronger, and we do see a little bit of snow here. But as you can see, we are seeing some very heavy rainfall over the northeastern South Dakota and southeastern South Dakota. And as you can see, that moves through overnight hours of Saturday into Sunday, and that moves slowly into Canada. We see another low pressure system form. This is maybe possibly a little bit stronger, and we're starting to see some snow popping up over here in portions of the west. And there's that low pressure system that is in the thumbnail right there. That's bringing already snow to portions of Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Nevada's already seeing snow by then. Now we move forward even more here, and there's that low pressure system right there, 990 millibars. So this is definitely getting very strong here, bringing a bunch of heavy snow for portions of the mountains, and you are starting to see some rain here on Tuesday. So Sunday's severe weather threat is not actually from this low pressure system. It's from a different low pressure system, but there's those thunderstorms for Tuesday that are starting to pop up, and those definitely get pretty strong there. As you can see, some more darker greens, those are indicating possibly thunderstorms. And up here again, more heavy rainfall for portions of South Dakota, and very heavy rainfall, very heavy snowfall still going on for Wednesday. And this is about overnight on Tuesday, and that starts to move through South Dakota there, still some very heavy snowfall going on and very widespread rainfall now going through the Midwest here. Definitely an extremely large wintry system that is going through, and then that goes a little bit north to that jet stream, kind of going like this, and that's bringing that low pressure system right up north into Canada. But still a bunch of widespread rainfall around Thursday for portions of southern Canada, and as you can see, that rainfall quickly turns into snowfall around Friday or late Thursday into Friday, and that may bring possibly some blizzard conditions due to that low pressure system being so strong. It's going to bring a lot of winds, may bring some small blizzard conditions to Canada there. And we move forward here. The low pressure system still going through Canada, still bringing quite the snow amounts in portions of central Canada, and then that goes north and kind of weakens out. But we also do have another low pressure system that does form and may bring some rainfall to the northeast, but definitely won't be anything major. It won't bring any snow to the northeast here, but mainly just some of that heavy rainfall next weekend. Alrighty, so now we are looking at the total accumulated snowfall, and this is aiming right on the northwest here. As you can see, we are expecting around 30 inches of snowfall for portions of Montana and extreme northern Wyoming, and also extreme southern Montana. You may see up towards of 34 inches of snowfall around this type of region. In more of these redder areas, you're going to see upwards of 15 inches of snowfall, possibly 18 inches of snowfall in more localized spots. As you can see, a very localized spot around the mountainous areas, you're going to see upwards of 26 inches of snowfall. And again, these are very high elevations. You're mostly going to see snowfall in the very high elevations up in this type of area of the mountain. But once you get more further down on the mountain, you're going to see less and less snowfall on the more surface area. But we do have some cities that do live at the bottom of the mountain, and those definitely could see a lot of snowfall depending on their elevation. As if you live next to a mountain, you're definitely going to be higher than normal in more of the plains region. So you are going to see mainly upwards of 12 inches of snowfall. In more of the lower spot areas, you're going to see upwards of around 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. You're not going to see much snowfall, but you're definitely going to see a pretty decent amount of snowfall that you definitely could make some snowballs and snowman in. But more of these extreme elevation areas, you're going to see upwards of 30 inches of snowfall. So extreme amounts of snowfall. But generally speaking, if you do live in more lower elevations, you're going to see only upwards of 3 inches of snowfall. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload or live stream on the channel. But anyways, stay safe.